distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Alvin Kamara hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And oh, it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. On 1st and 10, Watson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Watson. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Watson now to throw.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Bang, 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 bang. Switch, switch, switch. Slam, slam, slam.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. LaShawn McCoy with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
But he decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. So officially now a 1,000-yard campaign for him, but I don't think he's going to take his foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, it's just one of those thoughts, though, that creeps into your mind because There is a little mini celebration over on the sidelines. Everybody, hey, job well done, over 1,000 already. But guaranteed, as you noted, someone's jumped in that huddle and said, a lot more to be done, guys. Let's not, as you would just say, take your foot off the pedal. Let's not do that right now. But there is that possibility as people...
Touchdown, 49ers! Deebo Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. To throw is Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Metcalf once again the target, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check it.
Throwing again is Watson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Watson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. Some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson, eluding the pressure. And he will find Hurst in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. Hayden Hurst, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Zerline connects on the extra point. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards there and a Niner first. 1st down, Prescott. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. It's brought in here by Willie Snead.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Prescott out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week.
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, 49ers. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. Now the 49ers have retaken the lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And Marquell Lee with a stop defensively. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
You're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
This is fielded at the 7. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Here's Watson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Check the backer, check the backer.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Kamara off the draw. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. On the ground, this is Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
22 yards there, a first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. Going to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Switch, switch, switch.
Watson looks to throw again. And an alley to run. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here.
What time? 4 down, check, 4 down. Check, 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 check. Wide, get wide.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson looking deep for Gabriel. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining.
Shift, watch the shift. Check three, check three, check three.
The final shot before the break. Watson flushed out, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Deshaun Watson, as time expires in the first half, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turned that because
they've got his man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Rashad Perriman, his first touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead is up to 8. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd and 7, Prescott. Matt Judon in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he's going to go down again. Matt Judon. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Fielded just inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Watson. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Watson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Looking to throw. Watson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Watson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Watson to throw again. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. Looking to throw. Watson. This is caught. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Line up. No.
Back to the ground. This time Montgomery able to power through. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Ty Montgomery, his first touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Out of the gun, Watson, flush to his right. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Blitz coming. And down he goes. Matt Judon. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards under pressure again, and down he goes again. Matt Judon in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And the pressure gets to him again. Matt Judon in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Now a 1st down throw. Watson dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. From the 50, it's Watson. Looking sideline, incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Watson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Dez Bryant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Zuerlein now for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Now Prescott on 4th down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Now it's Watson. And an alley to run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw, Watson. Wide open receiver, complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Watson now to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry. After the sack on 1st down, Watson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down. On 1st and 10, Watson.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and tell him to go.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ballgame as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Prescott. Complete to Washington. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Prescott to throw it. It's complete to Snead. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Prescott now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. Open man is Samuel, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. To throw is Prescott. Washington's got it. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on second down. Prescott, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Third and short yardage. Prescott completes it to Samuel. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Eric Weddle there to break that one up. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. K1 short, able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Escaping the pressure right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They'll get 34 yards there.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10.
Check 50. Check 50. Switch. Switch.
Throwing now. Watson. Flushed out right. It's caught by Bryant. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
One last shot now for Prescott. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens, they continue to by as they move to 11-1. And they'll